really fun title, embellishment. It could be a card front. It could be a title or an embellishment on a scrapbook layout. It could be an invitation. Lots of things you can do with this. Now, when you first look at it, we bring it here into Design Space, and you think, wow, that's like really teeny, and how are all those going to cut? Well, they're not. We're going to let Cricut do the writing again. So we need to tell Cricut what we want it to do. Right now, it thinks everything's a cut layer. All the different things it wants to cut out, because that's what Cricut does. But we're going to tell it, no, please write this for me, some of it. So what we're going to do first is come over here, click on it, and you're going to ungroup it. Okay? So now each layer is independent of itself. This is the shadow layer in the background. That's important. I'm going to take this layer, which is all the detail-y stuff on the white. And then there's this one that's the black layer. Notice it's black up here. I'm going to change that to draw. See how it kind of gets thinner, and you can see that a pen is writing it. But the trick is I need to tell Cricut where to draw it. So I'm going to select the draw layer. I'm going to hold down my shift key, and I'm going to select the white layer behind it. I want Cricut to draw on that white layer, and I'm going to tell Cricut attach. Cool. All right, so I can move that one out of my way now just so that we're not confused by it. So this is a drawing layer attached to a cut layer. So Cricut's going to draw all the seaweed and the little rocks and all the underwater creatures onto the white cardstock. Then it will cut out around it. I know, I love it. Now we have this layer. The color doesn't really matter. It's whatever cardstock I load on my mat. But right now it wants to cut out the let's go to the beach. Look at the size of that, because that will tell you, yes, you can cut that out, but it's only 1 inch tall. Well, that means that like this little E and this little tiny apostrophe and this O, those are going to be super tiny. One, they're going to be really annoying to get off your mat without ripping them. 2, they're going to be really annoying to get down on the paper. So what I'm going to do, and I suggest you follow this, is I'm going to change this to a draw layer with the pen. I'm going to change this to a lighter color so that you can see it better. Okay, now you can see. So let's zoom in a little bit and look at this. Cricut did what we wanted. I need to tell it where to do that. So I'm going to select the yellow layer and now the new draw layer. See them both over here? I could have done the same thing with holding down the shift key and select each layer, or I can draw around it, and I can tell Cricut attach. Okay, so now what's going to happen when I send this to the cut mat, this layer, Cricut's going to draw the wording on whatever color I put for my background. I'm probably going to use a soft seafoam so it looks like it's under the sea. And then it's going to draw this layer on, again, whatever cardstock I put in. I will do this for you and show you the finished project, but I wanted you to see how you go about it. Now, notice when you look at this layer, yes, it's going to write, it is not going to fill in. I'll show you my trick of how to make it look a little bit better. The pens that I share, and I'll put the link below, are double pointed, double ended. One is a fine point and one is a little thicker. I use the fine point on this, and then I use the thicker one here. We'll take a peek and see how it looks. I'm going to use the Cricut Joy. I'm going to tell Cricut to go ahead and make it, which means it's going to send it to the cut screen. And we're going to think for a minute while Cricut does it. Like, I'll take a nap while it's going. It's sorting. So there's the first one. That's the undersea. And then here's this one. So as I said, I'm going to use the fine point on my pen with this one, and I'm going to use the thicker marker on this one. I'll show you the difference. I'll see you soon.